maybe, just maybe, this time really is different for crypto. Or maybe that's what people always say every time. But there are some signs that this cycle is playing out a little unusually. So let's size up both sides of the argument, try to figure out whether crypto really has changed. And we'll start by looking at the idea that actually this cycle is the same as ever. So first of all, there's the volatility. Like at the beginning of this week when Bitcoin threw everyone off balance and then raged to new highs, Bitcoin, that's what it does. Sure, price action's always a roller coaster, but crazy volatility in general? Yeah, that's pretty standard in crypto. That's why you're here, isn't it? For comparison, here's Bitcoin dipping 32% this year. And here's Bitcoin dipping 56% when it was playing out as double top pattern back in 2021. And before that, back in the run-up to 2017's all-time high, I've got a 28% dip, 2 dips of 30% plus, a 40% dip. Volatility is the norm. Nothing new on the volatility front. In fact, if there is a difference, it's that there's actually less volatility now. But here's another argument. What about all the new narratives that have been popping up this cycle? Those are clearly all different. AI agents, that's new, man. That didn't exist as a category last time around. Now we've got internet capital markets and the meme coin stuff. Pump fun. Have you seen that? That's crazy. Nuts. Internet capital markets pretty interesting. You can wake up, launch a tokenized startup if you want. Pretty popular right there on Solana. The entire AI agent sector is currently at around $11 billion market cap, with top performer, of course, Virtual is around 1.3 billion time recording this video. And as for the internet capital market meta, that only really caught attention last week. It's already around $30-50 million of market cap. Does it go higher? Who knows? The Launchpad Believe, the sector leader, has a market cap of over $200 million. Maybe there's something there. And even before AI and internet capital markets were seriously or not serious, we should take those things. We had a long stretch when meme coins totally dominated the whole market besides Bitcoin. And there are some pretty crazy charts from earlier in the cycle with tokens like Bowden and Peanut and Chill Guy and Dog with Hat and dozens of others. A whole lot more flying up to insane market caps and then completely crashing out. But is this really that much different from NFTs or DeFi summer last cycle? Back in 2021, you had weekly NFT sales peaking over 2.2 billion before the NFT scene completely imploded, meaning that weekly figures are now down to around only $60 million, which is absolutely bonkers. And just like those meme coins running up and then crashing, so it was with a vast number of NFT collections. The NFT meta and the meme coin meta, pretty similar amounts of crime too. Now before NFTs, there was DeFi summer in 2020. There was the ICO craze of 2017. There's always some catalyst, some spark of degeneracy, both playing out in similar ways. So sure, the details are different, but the larger story, hot sectors pop off, hot ball of money rotates, blow off mania ends in a train wreck, that stays kind of the same. But on the other hand, let's pick up on the opposite argument, how this cycle really is different. But before that, guys, if you want to save a truckload of money on your crypto tax bill, you want to look into what iTrust is doing. They're the sponsor of today's video. iTrust allows you to bring your current retirement account, start a new retirement account with them, and do as much crypto trading as you want with all the big coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all that kind of stuff, Dogecoin. You can do 1,000 trades over there, never once had a taxable event, which if you've been trading crypto, you know how much those taxes eat into your gains. It's massive. Plus, they do in-kind withdrawals. You can actually put those coins in your pocket in the future. They have a partnership with Kitco, allowing you to diversify out into physical gold and silver. They're the biggest IRA provider in the crypto space with the most users, most volume, most assets under management. Go check them out. There's a link down below. And guess what? You'll get $100 sign-up bonus as well by using that link down there. So if you want to find out if iTrust can help you save a truckload on your crypto tax bill by putting it into this nice tax-deferred account, go check it out. Link down below. So we have had a saying that a new meta appearing is nothing new in crypto. But what's different now is the speed of rotation. For AI agents, the sector took off in late 2024, peaked in January, crashed hard, and is now revealing which projects were actually in it for the long haul, which were just quick cash grabs. The whole meta lasted 6 weeks, something like that. So you've got a whole boom-bust cycle played out like that. Within a few months, it was done. It's coming back now to some extent, and I think AI agents is pretty exciting and interesting personally, but this highlights a difference in attitude. There's a lot more player versus player cynicism now, a lot more people not diamond handing stuff and just dumping instantly to lock in money. Not everyone believes in anything anymore. That wasn't so much the case with NFTs. People were optimistic about their potential. They made it their profile pictures. They believed. It gave them a sense of purpose and community. And in the case of both early DeFi and ICOs, there was substance of some kind beneath all the froth and Ponzi bullshit. This time around, though, the whole joke has been that none of it means anything. Everything's bullshit, complete financial nihilism and cynicism. So go buy fart coin, but sell before that last Elliott wave ends, baby, right? Yeah, right? But that's not the whole story, right? Zoom out from the trenches, look at Bitcoin. We can see a monumental difference this time around. And it's much more positive than sort of the nihilism we see in meme coins. First, we have the spot ETFs. The fact that BlackRock has become a major cryptocurrency player is crazy and insane, and I don't think people will ever take that moment back to realize how crazy that is. Radically different this cycle. The ETFs launching in January 2024, 3 months before the halving, led to another notable difference. Bitcoin hit a new all-time high before the halving, something that never occurred before. That ETF hype was real. The inflows have been insane. We're well over $40 billion in total inflows in a little over a year. That's it's literally the most successful ETF launches ever. But even before that, we had another anomaly, Bitcoin falling at the bear market low in 2022 to below its previous all-time high in 2017, foreshadowing the changes that were still to come. This cycle is unlike the ones before it. You've also got companies putting Bitcoin ETFs on their balance sheets, buying actual Bitcoin as well, nation states dumping in, sovereign wealth funds, more corporates diving in all the time. Bitcoin ownership is overtaking gold ownership in the USA. That's crazy stat, man. More people own Bitcoin than gold in America. So at the micro level, in the meme trenches, the value has changed and there's less belief and people are just gambling and praying to win the lottery. While at the highest level, Bitcoin itself, the opposite's unfolded. There are now more true believers, more converts to the orange pill cult than ever before, and Bitcoin's value is being recognized more widely than ever before. But then maybe it was all inevitable. We always knew we were coming here. The Bitcoin maxis were right. So where from here? Where does all this go and lead us to? What does it all tell us? When it comes to those new narratives, there will likely be a few survivors worth bidding on at future bear market lows. As an example, NFTs, CryptoPunks went from floor price of $417,000 in 21 down to $44,000 in 2024. And they're back up a little over 100 grand right now. So expect to see similar stories from new sectors. As for Bitcoin, well, what's there to say? I don't exactly know when it's going to happen, but this mother effer is going to go to $1 million per coin. It is. You just have to be patient. 2030 sometime for $1 million. But here's something that genuinely never changes from cycle to cycle in every market: human fear and greed. That means we're in a bull trend. You need to buy the dips. When we're at max greed, everyone's talking about crypto. The Coinbase app is #1. Gains are being flexed on X. People are buying Lambos and saying, look at my new $50,000 watch. That's when you need to hit the damn sell button. De-risking into stable coins, maybe moving some gains completely out of crypto altogether, man. Buy some real estate, buy some stocks, get it the heck out of here, man. Don't hold altcoins into the bear market, guys. Because I'll tell you one thing that's definitely not going to change cycle to cycle is that when shit hits the fan, these altcoins, most of them are going to go to zero. Some will be great bear market buys. Most of them will not be. Anyway, thanks for watching.